abontanga nabo puti nabo scheme ngithi ngicela ice cream abontanga nabo puti nabo scheme ngithi ngicela ice cream bathi thatha mi ngithi khotha yi bathi thatha mi ngithi khotha yi bathi thatha mi ngithi khotha yi.
Through Miss Gigi, join us in 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Check it out, 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 check it out. Hey, Miss Gigi.
How are you?
I'm good and self.
Awesome. I'm just feeling really cold.
It's really cold, man. It's that time of the year now. It's that season. First of all, thank you very much for joining us, man. This is such an honor to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Gigi, you know, before I go anywhere else, people want to know about one thing, your date with Mr. Smack. How did it go?
It was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed it. I'm not even going to lie to you. I learned so much about him. I learned so much about myself. I didn't realize that he was following me so long. You know, and he knew things that I didn't even, know or pick up. So I felt really appreciated. I think for me, that was the biggest thing that I took out of it. And he is genuinely a nice person. Like what you see on Twitter is who he actually is.
Yeah, and people think that a lot of times when the celebrities go out with him, it's only for like a publicity stunt or anything else. Were you doing it at the genuine space of your own heart? You really wanted to go on that date?
Of course. I think it's a big thing for somebody to publicly come out and say that. And I know, he's been on a date with Pearl. He's apparently been on a date with he's probably going to go on other dates. But for me, it's just like, the way he owns what he wants to do. And I have to honor that. I always say if somebody can publicly come out and stand for something or proclaim something, then they definitely need to be shown that kind of love back. So yeah, it wasn't even a publicity stunt. That was so real.
Yeah. And the one thing that you released earlier on, I think it's earlier last month, if not the previous month, was Mashonisa. How are people receiving that? How are people receiving that?
I mean, I've got two very strong women on it. I've got Kadzi on it. I've got on it. And it was just like trying to show how women can come together, Shango, Manje, and, there's no competition, none of that. Unfortunately, Makadzi couldn't be on the video because she was just so busy, or at least that's what her manager told us. But still, the song is amazing. The song is doing really well, but I'm really, really excited for the album. And I will tell people as a disclaimer, Mashonisa is the only dance song on the album. Everything else is hip-hop, as should always be.
Yeah, and remember, people were coming at you after you said that you are the best female rapper in the country. And it's always nice to toot your own horn. When you believe you're the best, you're the best. How did you take the backlash from Twitter and everyone else? Because recently, Aries did the same thing, and people are attacking him by giving him other rappers. So how did you feel when you said that?
I didn't even realize people were attacking me. I think the one thing I've realized is how to protect my energy. I've become like really, really good at that. So I didn't even realize that that was going on and people were attacking. But I know that a lot of people agreed with me. I know a lot of people know how much work I put in. And that should always speak for itself. And there's nothing wrong with a little self-belief. I think we live in a generation where when you're confident about yourself, people want to call you all sorts of names. And it's like, okay, guys, you can never win with people, When you don't believe in yourself, they say you have a low self-esteem. When you believe in yourself, then you're still called names. You're called arrogant. And I'm just confident and overly assertive. And it took me a long time to get to this point, to be on some. You know what? I've actually been there. Some people who have been in this industry have come and gone. I'm still here, and being a young female artist that is told every day that my lifespan is only this short, and still being here. I mean, we announced something very big an hour ago, my partnership with Fenty Africa and Rihanna coming to Africa, and I was so I mean, that should clearly make people understand that there are levels to this.
One person right here is saying he still has, sorry about that. One person here, I want to read that. Where is he? He says he still has a copy of your album when you came to Poach. Like, some people really love your job so much that they have copies of like a previous album and they just love you because you're a genuine person. But I'm sure there are people that take and they take what's the water? What is the word? They take advantage of your kindness. And when they do that, how do you let go of that energy?
I've recently adopted, like only a day ago, I've adopted a motto because I look up to her so much. I think she's absolutely amazing. Bonang Mateba, you know.
Yeah.
People only, they talk about you because when they talk about themselves, nobody listens, you know?
Yeah.
And I have to understand that with who I am, there's a lot of power and responsibility. And it's easy for somebody to be jealous of me. It's easy for somebody to be jealous of my life, not knowing that I have my own adversities, you know? I have my own childhood traumas. I have things that I'm constantly dealing with. You guys have seen me being thrown on the ground, and I still get up. And I want that to be a story for people like, oh, this girl, she's been through so much and she's still going. I think that's what I want people to take from me. So that's how I deal.
Yeah, man. One thing I also wanted to ask you about is your current project. Your current project, what is it all about? Who do you have there besides the ladies that you have, and what do you want people to take from that project?
I think, there's so many people on the project. Like we said, Makadzi Busiswa, Big Zulu on it, Anzo, Musicaholic, Major Steez, the guys who did Asbonye with Casper, and like a new voice, John Kalia, you know, in the words of Rick, like let's put young people on. And it's the best body of work, guys. It's very current. It is hip hop except Mashonisa, and it's just such a beautiful album. It tells stories about enemies. It tells stories about success. There's groove stories. There's stories about just having fun. But this is the Gigi, I guess, that people felt on Ice Cream many years ago because
Yeah.
I did go through a rebirth, and the rebirth has been amazing because I have lost people, but I have gained people. And as much as people say, you know, it's lonely at the top, I just think you need to choose who you take to the top with you. Then it's not so lonely.
Yeah. So when can we expect the project, and yeah, when can we expect the project?
You can expect the project next week, Friday. And it's, guys, it's legit fire. But we're putting out pre-download so people can go and still, you know, click on the link. The link is in my bio on Instagram, and they'll be able to download, and they'll actually get instant grad songs. So songs that have, you know, already been released. Just because you bought it, you're going to be able to receive a free 3 songs, actually, free 3 songs. And yeah, I'm just grateful for the support, guys. It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, Gigi, don't waste any of your time. When we close this, we always ask 5 questions that are South African. We want to know how South African are you. So I'm gonna ask you 5 South African questions. Even if they are not in South Africa, but they are South Africans, we're gonna ask that question, all right? Question number 1. Which South African is hosting the Daily Show?
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah. Which South African is on the Fast and Furious franchise?
Ooh, who is it? Is it
a female? She's white.
Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron. And then on the Underground Railroad, which South African is acting on the Underground Railroad? Tusombetu. And how many South African languages do we have?
Is it 11 still?
11 still, but there's one that is added. Which one is that?
Is it 12 in sign language?
12 with sign language. Yes. And then number 5. Number 5, who's the best female rapper in South Africa?
Gigi Lamaid.
It is Gigi Lamaid.
Oh my gosh,
Gigi, man.
You saved me there. I didn't want to look stupid.
It is Gigi Lamaid, man. Gigi Lamaid is the best female rapper in South Africa. Gigi, you're saying that your album is dropping next week, Friday. Just tell them where they can get the album, and then right there you can share your shout outs.
You can get the album literally, guys, everywhere. It's a global release. Shout out to the global team that's with us. Shout out to everybody who supports me. Link is in bio. Go and check Gigi Lamaid. It's called Sets in Stone. It is Sets in Stone. I love my background. Sets in Stone that I am the best female rapper in Africa. That's what we're doing. I go bar for bar. Very challenging, but still it's good music. I wanted people to be able to dance, sing, cry. There's an amazing love song, and Mr. Smeg and I are actually putting that into motion, an amazing love song, and that was the theme for our date, the theme song for our date. And people enjoyed the song. I didn't really expect that because he loves the song so much, but I didn't think that the song was actually going to become a real thing, but it has. So please, guys, go download the album. Get excited. You know, a lot of people keep saying, hey, hip hop can never die. Hip hop
Yes, ma'am.
has outdone a lot of genres. It'll always be there because we're constantly creating. There's no way that you can ever outdo, you know, a Mercedes Benz, because they're always creating, an Audi because they're always creating. So let's just remember that. And to the hip hop heads who stay supporting me, to
I'm here.
then,
I'm here. Just the data went off, but I'm with the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
all right. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for pulling through, Gigi. To everyone, man, go get Gigi's album next week, Friday. It is out. It is the 20th of May. Make sure that you get it. I see she's getting ice cream. She got her ice cream, and now she's rapping there. She's setting it in stone. It is Gigi Lamaine, the best female rapper in this country, and you hear it here live on Insta Lives with the Great. Gigi, thank you very much, man. I always say three things. I say stay real, stay talking, and stay awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank
Shut
you.
up. Thank you very much.